Hello and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for August the 13th, 2021. So I've actually felt a real shift in energy today, and it felt lighter and clearer, and it felt like I can now get motivated again. And what I was being told, actually the Lionsgate portal shut on the 12th. So that energy was very much an activation energy. We were being activated on all sorts of different levels, energetically, physically. And so there was a lot of fire around and a lot of drive, motivation. We were kind of working on a lot of our drive system in terms of what we're wanting to bring in and activate in the world. But that had the opportunity to kind of just energetically or take the sheen off and energy levels, to kind of feel a bit exhausted or burnt out, or just knowing something's happening but not feeling like there was the clarity or the motivation or the energy to step into it. So now it feels like the door's shut. It's like time to get on with it, time to get on with everything that got activated in that portal. And so there's this lighter energy that's coming through, which feels like, finally I can. It feels like there was almost like a heaviness, but it wasn't like a heaviness. It was more like a thickness. You know, sometimes the air is really thick when it's, say, really humid. It kind of had that feeling to it. So it was an interesting energy, the Lionsgate energy this time round. Some of you may have experienced it differently, but it also depends on your sign, your placements. I know some of the other fixed sign would have found that if you have any squares in your natal chart, you would have found it very intense because the sun was super strong. The energy of the sun was super strong. So if you've got anything that is squaring the sun in your chart, then you would have been feeling that. It would have amplified that. So, yep, it's time to get on with it now. Speaking of which, here it is. Speaking of which, the sun is shining now, and here it is. Yep, we're ready to get started with that Page of Pentacles. Something has come down and grounded down. The Five of Cups. So letting go of the past, letting go of an old energy of the past. Find the trick of the day, or the challenge of the day, is to let go of an old energy, and easier said than done, because you've really been asked quite a few questions, quite a few times throughout the year. Can you step into this? And some people will be ready to say yes, and some people won't until later in the year. But the question is, can we let go of something in the past, bridge the gap, step into the present, which will take us into the future? So you're going to get a lot of clarity about what's coming in, and this is the future coming. So the sun, interestingly, brings us into the present. It's the Leo energy, brings us into the present. The Aquarius energy at the start brings us into the future. And that's what that Five of Cups energy is really doing. So and here's more Leo energy. So that's it. We're feeling it really, really strongly, this Leo energy coming in here. And at the base, the Justice card. So the Justice is asking for a new contract to be signed in order to step into the future. It's a future contract. It's your future self going, here's a contract. Do you want to do this? Do you want to step into this? And the possibilities are infinite. You're actually going to receive a lot of clarity around that. So there could be some sense of understanding. Sorry, interrupted by the dogs. I didn't realize they were just outside the window there listening. They obviously could hear my voice and had gone and waited for me down there. And then I think a bird flew past. It could be anything. They're like defending me from the birds. Anyway, back to what I can't remember where I was at, because there was a little bit of a pause where I had to wait for them to stop barking. But really what I'm getting with this two things I just got in there was, you're weighing things up here with the Justice card. You're weighing something up and really trying to work. The thing you're weighing up is how aligned this is to your truth, your personal truth. And again, with the Sun card coming in, there's an opportunity for breakthroughs around this, with the clarity and the illumination. There's a lot of illumination with both the Sun and the Star card. And the Star card is something calling you into the future. It's such a strong light that is calling you into this. So, and there's strength here. You know, with the Strength card, there's this energy of having the courage to step into the future that you want, the future that you desire. So it really is taking a good look at something. The world could be your oyster. It feels like the other energy of this is really wanting to feel like there's a hope for the future, because the Five of Cups can feel loss. It can be feeling that there's something sad about the past, that there have been things that have been lost. But the Star card brings hope for the future and shows that there is strength in not only you but humanity as well to kind of shift and change things. So the Star card is beautiful because it is that Aquarian energy and it is around humanity. So we have the beautiful polar opposites of the Leo and the Aquarius energy come in, and whenever I get that in loud and clear, and they're coming in so strong, illuminating everything here, there is this opportunity here to really, really step into this and really, really use the power of stepping into something that is meant to be for you. But it's also, if you step and align with yourself, you're doing something that is great for humanity as well. You're doing something that's better for everybody. You're happy, everybody's happier. And so looking at the areas where you haven't been happy, where there has been losses. I mean, we have that everywhere at the moment with what's going on with the pandemic in the world. But this is the opportunity to make change, to really change your world and even the world. So what's calling you now, and this is part of the Age of Aquarius, it's a very, very strong pull. And again, it's that energy of this year we were really dismantling the old and the new was starting to call. Well, this is really strong today. This is really, really strong. And it may be some major life decisions that are coming up with this Five of Cups in the center. But you don't have to do it all today. They're just saying it's around signing that contract with your future self, making the decision to do it. And once you make that decision, then the Star card comes in, which is also can be wishes coming true, wishes aligning to what it is that you want. So it's a very, very strong energy, and I think you'll notice the shift. And it really is this very nice blend of opening up to sharing more of who you are in the world and being more of who you are, plus also being of service, but being open to receive, because everybody will be doing that. Everybody's being asked that question at this moment. So if you're with somebody that's also doing that, you're going to get something from them as well. They're going to energetically, or even, just service-wise, resource-wise, love-wise, relationship-wise. It's being open, this lovely balance between opening and receiving coming in today. And so, yeah, it feels very, very powerful. It's going to be a hard energy to ignore. You can actually say, I'm not ready. With the Justice energy. And you can also say, I'm not ready, I'll do it in a couple of months. You can say that. You just need to put the clause in the contract. So work out what this contract is, what are the terms of it, and some of you'll be ready to step into it straight away. You'll have an epiphany. You could have epiphanies today about this. But work out, are you ready to go now? Are you ready to go in the end of the year? Because by the end of the year, just before Christmas, it's like if you haven't decided to do what the universe has been asking of you, or this calling that's coming from this Age of Aquarius, that's when the Tower energy comes in and activates the change for you. So we've all been now given an opportunity to step into it, and it feels light and nice. So not saying that that's a bad thing, but the universe will just pull you into what's best for the greater good of you, but also of humanity. So or the ones around you, the collective. So that's the energy for today. Very, very potent energy, I would say, but it feels a lot lighter, clearer and nicer. Look forward to seeing you on the weekend.